having these meetings when we can see them so we'll know what's going on so we can be a part of these Zoom meetings, then y'all gonna be out of here. I don't want to hear none of that. This is why it has to be a movement, not a moment. Man, talk to your brothers and sisters and not just to complain. Your friends, your family, your lady, your man, your uncles, whoever it is, your aunts, grandmother, find out what they need. Your grandmother, your people in your family, my age and older, 50 and older, we need fucking free health care. Excuse me, Reverend Daniels. Excuse me, Reverend Dodd. You need free health care, man. If you've lived in this country and got up and went to work and paid taxes for 50 years, well, basically for the last 32 years of your life, most of us, not counting college-educated people, and if your parents was doing it then, you don't need to be paying $50, $60, $70, $80, $200, $300 a month and for health care. And what we're going to do, what I'm going to continue to do is put that information about how to get healthy naturally on these shows. I need y'all to continue to invite people, man, because we're going to get healthy one way or another. The government is going to finance us getting healthy, which probably we ain't going to bank on that, but we're going to get information and we're going to start eating better. We're going to start walking around these blocks and we're going to start making ourselves familiar with our community. We're going to get better. But back to the point at hand, we need these damn politicians, man, to make this information accessible to the working person. Because Irene and RC and Purplicious and Sharice, y'all at work all day. I'm at work all day. Wow, how do we go to the damn city council meeting at 2 o'clock? Y'all gonna redo that. That's step one. Make the information that make these people who are allegedly fighting on your behalf, make that information readily accessible to the common man. Y'all done put internet in all our houses. Y'all got our kids at the crib doing everything. So we need them Zoom meetings that y'all having to talk about the city budget and things like that. Put that on the Zoom so we can understand, so we can be on y'all behinds. Period. No more of this conversation about, oh yeah, we got your back. I'm going to talk about it. Because when you put them city council meetings on Zoom and we can all watch them, we know who's selling us out, we know who's doing our bid, and we know who need to be replaced. And if you don't want to do it, all right, don't worry about it. The next dude who we're going to vote in to take your job, he going to do it too. Because you know what? They tried to scare the hell out of our sister Kim Fox here in Chicago, Illinois, from my neighborhood, the Cabrini Green area, Old Town area. Nope, she kept her job. And guess what? They ain't going to get rid of her now because they got to pay her for the rest of her life. She's been elected twice. State of Illinois, you get elected to office twice, you good for the rest of your days. Now, another thing, again, talk to your friends and family members. Everybody talking about defund the police. We're not going to worry about the police because the police going to be the police no matter who running it. If it took you 157 years to realize the police out here stomping black folks' ears together, it's going to take you another 157 years to get it. What we need to do is focus on why the crime is in our area. You live in an impoverished area or a high crime area. Why is the crime there? Lack of resources. So we're not gonna focus on what they not gonna get. We're gonna start telling y'all what we are gonna get. If you live on the south side of Chicago, whether it be Inglewood, whether it be the Jeffrey Manor, whether it be the middle of the south side, the southeast part of the south side, or wherever it is, however it is in your city, or the west side of Chicago, the southwest side, Holy City, Lawndale, north or south Lawndale, that's what they call it now, north or south Lawndale, or the Austin area, or K-Town, wherever you live. If you got unfunded schools or unfunded situations or overcrowded classrooms, tell you what, y'all gonna take some of that money that y'all allocated to the police and y'all start putting into these after-school programs, these job training programs and things like that. That's why it's crime now. Talib Kweli said it best. He a rapper. For those who are not familiar with Talib Kweli, he a rapper. He said, and I quote, "People don't sell drugs because they like to see people smoke. People sell drugs because they broke. And lack of opportunity, well, it's not a way, you'll create a way. Sometimes it's criminal. And I'm not condoning anything. I'm not saying it's cool, but I just understand the situation and the circumstance. You put somebody in the corner, they're going to come out either. They're going to run or they're going to fight. Most people going to fight. And if it's poison in the neighborhood to make sure my daughter got to eat, I might have to poison somebody. And this is just the reality of the situation, y'all. Is it cool? Is it the way to go? Probably not. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. And it's not like we invented crime, we invented drug dealing, we invented alcoholism, we invented selling alcohol and bootlegging alcohol and things. We didn't invent that. Those are the tools left to us. You have people like George H.W. Bush, Oliver North, and Ronald Reagan, and the rest of the United States federal government that stood behind this Iran-Contra thing and put that dope in our community. And now here's the results of it. Brothers and sisters who out there doing the hustling and the dope dealing and the scamming, as they call it now, with the scamming. What y'all need to do is start buying all the damn designer stuff and start investing in buying homes and start businesses with your clean brother and sister. Yeah, I said it. With your brother and sister who get up and go to work every day, who got good credit. Have him help you do something, and you can trust him, and then you get about this situation. But we're going to have to stand on the neck of these people who claim that they want to represent us. If y'all want to represent us, y'all going to have to do what y'all have to do to make sure we get what we need. Period. Enough of this. This is why it is a movement, not a moment. Because we want a moment, we can start us some "we shall overcome" speeches and start, doing all that stuff. That stuff happened, and Dr. King, they got down for whatever they needed to, and it was all good. It was all good. But we can't have that anymore. Dr. King immobilized people. Malcolm X organizes people. When you immobilize people, you get people moving in one direction. When you organize people, you teach them how to do businesses. You teach them how to be community activists. You teach them how to make sure everybody around them gets taken care of. We need more people like John Lewis. We need more people like Reverend Adam Clayton Powell. Y'all don't know who Reverend Adam Clayton Powell is? Y'all missing out. One of the greatest politicians in the history of the world. If you got a kid, he went to kindergarten and Head Start, what I want you to do is say thank God for Adam Clayton Powell, because he was the dude who stood on the neck of these politicians and did it. That's him. Adam Clayton Powell, New York City. So these are the kinds of people, and then these are the kind of people that helped you out and you don't even know about them, because all you learned about is Abraham Lincoln freed you. Lie. George Washington is your father. My father, black as the ace of spades. George Washington ain't my damn father. And then they teach you about Madam C.J. Walker, which it was a sister who taught, Annie Monroe taught her. And she was a millionaire before Sister Madam C.J. Walker, but she don't know about Annie Monroe. And if you watch that horrific nonsense that Netflix put out, they got you thinking Annie Monroe is a petty-ass sister, and she wasn't. And then they teach about George Washington Carver. Then they might slide in the brother Medgar Evers. Then they go straight to Rosa Parks, Dr. King, and then now they're going to throw Barack Obama in. Remember they used to throw Bill Cosby and a couple other celebrities in, and you ain't know nothing else about your history. But now we're going to learn about our history. We're going to start organizing, and we're going to get things put in place. Period. It ain't no more time for talking. We're going to get activated, and we're going to dead one more thing. This foolishness about we the only community that need a leader. Everybody else ain't got no leader. No, you just don't know who the leader is. Because guess what? When Nick Cannon allegedly stepped out of order and started speaking ill of white folks, one of the leaders of the Jewish community stepped up and said, watch out. And anytime you, look, the LGBTQ, you say something about them and one of their leaders step up. So just because you don't know it's there don't mean it ain't there. See, their leadership groups, because they still have their culture, they still have their history, they still have their language, they still have their traditions. Their leadership group is potentially a council. It's a group of people, and they push a spokesman out there. But because we have been discriminated against and hated on for so many years in this country, our people have to step up and scream and yell. So we're going to stop saying we don't need leadership, because everything needs a leader. You start a business with 10 of your friends, one of y'all going to have to be the president. If you start all the way down to a street gang, it's going to be a leader of the street gang. He's going to be a shot caller. So from the top of the world to the top of the streets, everybody needs a leader. So stop telling that lie too. Something else that we realized in 2020 is we don't have many friends. Again, stop confusing your cool ass white girlfriend, your cool ass white boyfriend, your cool ass white uncle, your cool ass white aunt, your cool white neighbor, your cool white coworker for the rest of the white community. Period. 74 million. The more people voted this year than any time in the United States of America, and almost half of them voted against you. 74 million people said, we digging what this dude, we smelling what this dude cooking. We like it. So that means you have a ton of adversaries. Anytime you got the Sister Harris, Vice President Harris, and Senator Cory Booker there in New Jersey, right, supported her. And even this dude, Tim Scott, which he's complicated at the least. Tim Scott supported the anti-lynching bill, and you got a dude by the name of Rand Paul stands up the day of George Floyd funeral and says, we ain't with that. Anti-lynching. We the only people getting lynched around here, y'all. We the only people that get lynched, and people don't even want to put forth legislation, so if somebody attacks us, it's wrong. So how many friends you got? See, we keep confusing people who don't participate in bigotry as non-racist. When you are a humane person, anytime somebody doing wrong to anybody, you step up on the side of righteousness. And if you're not stepping up, if you turning a blind eye or you making an excuse for all the wrongdoings, you are with the wrongdoings, point blank, period. Because guess what? If somebody rapes somebody, it ain't nobody on the sideline going, well, no. You're not making no excuses because that's clearly wrong. And beating a brother, putting your knee on his neck, choking down a sister, propping her up like she alive, shooting a brother who, a former police officer shooting a brother while he jogging, talking about he suspected burglary. Where was he hiding? In his ass? Because he was in some shorts. Again, sorry, Reverend Dodd. Sorry, Reverend Daniels. But these are the things that you have to realize. Again, hip-hop reference, Mobb Deep. It's a war going on outside. Nobody's safe. Period. If you got people fighting against anti-lynching, that's fighting against the history of your community. This is why you have to stay engaged. Again, it is a movement, not a moment. If you let this moment in history slide by you, you are going to hurt your grandkids, your nieces and your nephews, your little cousins. That's all you're doing. You ain't got a whole lot more summers left. You got more birthdays behind you than in front. Let's just be honest. I doubt if I live to be 100. With this stuff that I'm talking about, I mess around, I don't live to be 51 with people the way the world goes. But that's neither here nor there. But you are fighting for the younger people of your family. Period, man. Anti-lynching is not a debatable conversation. And this is why I need you to engage in your history. See, a lot of us got it twisted into our heads that we Americans. And we're not. We Africans. We are Africans. And at some point in history, they made us feel shame to call yourself African. The inventor of mathematics, the inventor of astrology, the inventor of irrigation, the inventor of pyramids, all the stuff that we done invented, y'all scared to say that's where y'all from. I'm from America. Man, get the hell out of here, man. This ain't even America. You from America? Is it North or South America? Because guess what? Brazil is South America. That's America. See, you don't even call it the United States, and that's where you're messing up at. What's your nationality? American? United Statian? What are you doing? See, that's why they get you. And this is why I want you to engage in your history. Because when you engage in your history, you realize, once you start going down that historic rabbit hole, you realize this is what you can do. Let's just take something that happened in the great state of Minnesota where my man RC is from. A couple years ago, maybe 3 to 5 years ago, a cop shot this white woman. She was from another country. That country stood up and damn near threatened the United States of America and got that black man put in jail. He was a brother. I think he was from Sudan. He was a police officer. And he got locked up almost instantaneously, right? Guess why? Because she had a country standing behind us. Now, if you do your research and become a dual citizen at one of these African nations, you got a nation standing up for you because you're a citizen, you're illegal, you were born here, it makes you a citizen, and then you got a nation fighting for you because this nation is not going to fight for you. That's why you do your history. Not do,